How's it going, my true people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with week 4, I think, of the PBA, as this week, your Cotswold Whimsicots go up against Lars and his Borussia Domfans. And I've realised that I've messed up some of the items on the layout. I forgot to change some of them, and the music's gone out of my headphones. This is just a bad time. It's a bad time. What is happening? Okay, good. Right, I fixed the music. That looks good. Mons on the layout, I'll have to fix in a second. Let's look at his Mons. So he brought the Knackle stack. I don't know what that thing does at all, I'll be honest. It didn't bring the Clodsire. That really sucks. I had some fun prep to be based entirely around Clodsire. I think I'm just going to lead off with Flutter Made. Try and go on the offensive straight off the bat. It's maybe not the best lead. He does have the Azumarill, so I need to change the Clodsire to Knackle stack, but everything else looks right. I'm really surprised by that. Is that thing a Ghost resist? Does that thing resist Ghost? Is that how that works? Its ability, is it? So this week, unfortunately, I didn't have time to prep. Good luck, have fun to Lars. I've already sent it to him in the chat. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to prep like I normally would. We're actually battling on Monday. Shout out to Lars for just battling me on the Monday. I've got a really hectic week this week. It's my last week in my job, so this week was just going to be hell to battle. So Lars very kindly agreed to battle on the Monday. So it just meant there was like no prep time. So I've just thrown some stuff together. I had my annual review at uni today, which was a pretty high pressure thing. So I think I just want to try and punish Rocks. I think he'll probably just kill me, because I think this thing probably gets a Purifying Salt move, which probably just kills me. But I think I just want to be aggressive. I know this might seem like, why give up? Oh, is this thing's Terror? Okay, I felt for sure the fish would be terroring in this matchup. This was his other Terror captain, I was aware of that. But that's Terror Poison, right? So this is going to do nothing. So I have just sacked my broken Pokemon for 25% on an NFE. We're off to a really bad start. As actually that just does no damage. Okay. Interesting. I think this will still hit decently hard. Yeah. I'm willing to give this up just to break him on this. Okay, so this is recover. Okay, so I want to switch out, save this Calm Mind, and then Psyshock that thing later. Good to know. Now I know what this thing does. I had to sacrifice half of my fucking shit to find out, but I know what it does now. And it's a poison type. Which means that Sweden can come in and get Rocks up, hopefully. So information gained at the expense of half of a broken Pokemon in front of an NFE. Yes, I understand that's not a good trade. I get it. I hear what you're saying. But I'm a moron, and so information is needed. Okay, that's all I have. That's all I... Oh, wow, that is not very much. Obviously, it's going to get some passive damage, but leftovers will recover it. I like the nickname Snacklehat. I like Lars. I should point that out as well. Like, Lars was one of the very first people I watched when I started playing Draft League, so this is always fun for me to battle Lars. I know I need to change the items on the layout. Sorry, I'd forgotten. I will. Right, we might just exchange Rocks here. No, as he saves this, which I understand. I don't know if it necessarily has Rocks. Okay, items. Items are a really hard thing to do mid-game. Because of the way my OBS is set up and stuff, they're just really difficult. You're just going to have to take my word for that. Alright, I don't have a ton of switchings to this thing. If he just U-turns out... I mean, the Rotom set, the way that I wanted to use the Rotom set just can't really happen in this game. You can see that it was a sub-Nasty Plot set meant to sub up on incoming Clodsire. which obviously walls its joint stabs, and then nasty plot up and stored power through. It was really just like a setup kind of rotom, something a bit different. Like I say, I was prepping in a bit of a rush, and I was like, let's do something a bit more fun, something a little bit different with the rotom. So unfortunately, it hasn't paid off, but that's how life is sometimes. And this thing's got leftovers, so let's change that. And then I've got to do the Lucario choice band, but I'll do that in a second. Like, let's think. Luckily, T-Bolt is pretty much unresisted against his team. And most things are slower than me, so I think I'm actually going to nasty plot up here. Is he in my house? Lars? Lars? The fuck? Has this man got like surveillance What? Why taunt? How did he know? Who's been leaking? Apart from me. I'm of that age now, you know? I have to get up to go to the toilet in the night. I'm that age of man. I can't believe he taunted. What? What just happened to me? Just got taunted. I don't understand. He's got the reads on me. The reads on me for days. I need to do the item on Lucario. Sorry. I was just getting, like, getting cucked. Wish I had Volt Switch right now, but I don't. And I can't believe he had the thing on deck to shut me down. This could be with the Rocker, judging by the team comp. Not much I can really do about it. As we're both leftovers. Oh, did I paralyze him? I missed that while I was changing the item. Nice, 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 nice. I think I'm just going to stay in and attack on the hope that he goes for rocks and that he can't do too much. As he goes for the wish. Like, does this thing break my sub if I can sub in front of him? Does he pass the wish? Doesn't. I think I'm gonna just try subbing. I'm curious as to what he can do. Maybe he's like encore. Okay, so we're gonna try passing the wish. So this is why I thought sub was good, because obviously the wish will come true this term. I don't know if this thing can break my sub. Soul Cure I think is super effective against water types, but I'm physically defensive and it did very little damage to Bocce, which I think it was also super effective against. Right? Is it not super effective against ghost types? I don't know how these mons work. I don't understand this generation. He's got some sort of surveillance in my house. He's in my brain. My substitute is floating. It's all very confusing to me. But I think this puts him in a little bit of a bind. I think. Maybe it doesn't. I have no idea. I don't know what's happening anymore. So does that... Ooh, that's a crit. Would that have broken without the crit? Oh, I wish I knew those calcs. I'm fully physically defensive. I'm gonna try subbing again. I know, like, it might not be worth it if the body press always breaks, but I just don't know. I'm fully physically defensive. I guess he's got a Violite. Does a Violite factor into body press damage? Maybe. But if I stay in any Purifying Salts, I just don't want the residual. We'll find out. This is like me having to run a test with 25% of my HP, because I just don't know. Okay, yeah. Like, I don't think this breaks my sub, right? Yes! That's what we wanted. That is entirely what we wanted. Nasty plot here. +4. So he goes for the body press. So I'm going to assume that body press would break my sub. Do I go for another... Can anything kill me from this range right now after another leftovers turn? Maybe. Because I don't know if this Oko's. I'm just going to go for the stored power, because breaking this thing is valuable. Like, we've seen that would just give me Moonblasts for days. So, getting rid of that thing seems valuable. I might just be able to be revenged by Chi-Yu now. Chi-Yu might just come in and click Dark Pulse and kill me. So, maybe I've lost my setup. But I've at least got something back. Oh, that's the wrong thing that I'm trying to get rid of. Because I am physically defensive, not specially defensive. But this puts him in a difficult spot. I don't know what his choices are other than to go Chi-Yu and Dark Pulse. Which, of course, always has a chance to flinch. So, and he does take rocks, so he is choiced. But he can't Terror. Or he's not necessarily choiced, but he's not Boots. So he could be choice Specs. He could be choice Scarf, he could be Life Orb, he could be a number of items. But I'm actually going to save the Rotom here, because even if he doesn't kill me with Dark Pulse, I have been flinched by this fucking fish enough times to know, even though I don't know that much about this generation, to know that it ain't worth risking your nearly full health Rotom when he's got a Scissor on his team. Oh, he can't Terra Scissor. I prepped in Calc for Terra Scissor. I calced in prep for Terra Scissor. When I was throwing this team together, I was like, oh, Terra Scissor, what do I need to do? He couldn't do that anyway. Stupid man. Stupid man. So here, I'm just going to Ruination into the probable Noivern. A Scissor comes out, that's okay too. So is he defog Scissor is the question. And how do I want to play this out if he is? How do I keep the offensive pressure on? Go back to Rotom. A U-turn would be not good. But this would be quite low after a U-turn when it comes back in on rocks. So I think it's okay. I don't really want to take a Banded Scissor with Rotom that's been doing so well in this game. But yeah, this punishes the defog. Because now he has to U-turn on me and take a T-Bolt more or less. He can't do anything other than U-turn because he needs to break my sub. So I don't think he can afford to Roost, particularly. I think this thing still gets Roost. I don't know if this will kill because I'm not invested. Yes, it does kill. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, Rotom, you are a beast. He didn't need to bring the fucking Clodsire. The Strumpful special fucking Rotom came through. Erik gave me this Rotom set against a Quagsire against a Gastrodon last generation. The Gastrodon came in on me and then I nasty plotted. Then as it clicked Toxic, I clicked Sub, and from that point your opponent's in the back, right? So it's a really fun Rotom set. And I just thought, hey, let's get it out again. Let's get it out for the lads. They love seeing it. Who doesn't, you know? Washing machine supremacy. I was thinking about this the other day. Rotom Wash is like maybe now my favorite Pokemon in Draft League. Like, alongside Whimsicott. Those two, like, just, you can't go wrong. Like, Rotom is so good. So good. Such good support. Those Gloomons I really think get underrated because no one ever takes a Rotom Wash. I saw one person do it who's a very good player who I respect a lot. But most of the time, people don't take a Rotom Wash round 1. And they don't take a Whimsicott round 4, even 5, whatever. I do. But those Gloomons can be so important to a draft. I really feel like they're undervalued. Okay. So if he's Belly Drum, Ice Spinner, he does kill this. He does kill our newest team member, Hunter the Amoonguss. But I can't risk Sweden because if it's Scarf Fish, I don't want to deal with that. So he does kill me if he's Ice Spinner. I was going to run Yachi on this for that eventuality, but then if he's Belly Drum, Ice Spinner that is. But then I thought, you know what? No, let's just try and... Oh my god, that does so much damage. That's got to be choice banned, right? I don't even know the calcs, and I think that's got to be choice banned. So who would I want to take that hit the most? Do I then just set up with Venezuela? If the Noivern is not boots, I doubt I kill it. But do I break enough to then win with Lucario? Probably. Spore in case for some reason I don't die here. Is he Goggles? That would be fun. If he was Goggles, that would be fun. As he's not. So, let's see. I think my play is to Sludge Bomb. Because, yeah, if he goes Noivern, like, I could have gone, like, Rotom there to try and predict the Noivern or something, but at least this will still damage the Noivern, and I can try and fish for a Poison. And so he is not boots on that. That's really useful as well. That's really useful as well. Okay, I'm going Rotom for sure. Going Rotom for sure. So if we can get the Azumarill locked into Ice Spinner again, because I'm pretty sure that's choice banned, then we have an opportunity to do something. So I think he doubled into the fish, trying to catch me doubling into something on the banded Ice Spinner. But obviously I had a reason for not doing. The fillet away on Veluza could have been really interesting there. Okay, so I should just always T-Bolt here, right? Yeah. As he taunts, T-Bolt comes out. Does this kill from this range? Again, I'm not invested, but Thunderbolt is... no. So I'm fairly sure this thing has got Roost, which means I can't break it from here. I could fish for a 10% paralysis. I've already got one. I've already been incredibly lucky. Let's not be greedy. Let's go hard Bocce, which I don't think I need particularly. Yes, it revenge kills this, but so does Banded Lucario. This is the weaker link in terms of beating everything else, I think, because of the priority Aqua Jet. So this just gets in, yeah, on the Roost, and now clicks Moonblast for a kill. Right? Yes. Good plays. Good plays. Get in there, Bocce. So I think he's probably going to sack the Jigglypuff, or the long-haired Jigglypuff, the Punk Rock Jigglypuff. Yeah, goodbye. That makes sense. That makes total sense to me. I think we're in a pretty good position, right? He's got a Sleeping Fish, a probably supportive Noivern, and a Banded Azumarill. Banded E-Speed from Lucario might just already win the game from everything in about this range, more or less. So I'm going to make the same play again. Just try and get more chip off on this, basically. Because if it's Aqua Jet, I wouldn't get any chip off with Bocce. So it doesn't make sense to let Bocce go down. Even if he Ice Spinners, like, that's a Rocky Helmet chip, which I'm fine with. Yeah. And then... I think we go for game with Veluza. I hope that I can do this move as well as Ice Spinner. Banded Ice Spinner. I haven't calced. Fuck it. Like, there's only one way to find out, right? I need to take Amoonguss off the layout. Maybe not. Oh no, because he can't change moves. Okay, cool. Yeah. Assuming he is banded. If he's not banded, I fucked up. But the fact he went for Ice Spinner there and not Aqua Jet screams that he's banded as well. Sorry, what mon was supposed to take off? Amoonguss. Good job, Amoonguss. You came in the team, and you did good work. Did good work on your debut. Well done. Yeah, we tanked that. I thought we would. Okay. So now... he could save this and try and revenge me with Aqua Jet, but I'm pretty sure Aqua Jet won't kill still, bearing in mind how much that Ice Spinner did. We have our own Aqua Jet as well. I probably won't click it, but we have it. Yeah, so this thing can come out, that's fine. Is this 100% accurate? Yeah. Well, let's see the Aqua Cutter animation. I don't know if I've seen this. Oh, yeah, we have seen this season. That's a very boring, underwhelming animation. And we get the crit there. That's... I'm not really complaining. I think the Thunderbolt paralysis on the Jigglypuff thing sucked for him because it meant that my Rotom outsped it, and it meant that it was just psychologically, it puts you on that point where you're like, this thing's, at what point is it going to let me down? Even if the paralysis never came into play, like the full paralysis and the speed thing didn't come into play, you just are forever sitting there thinking, when is this going to let me down? So I think we take the Jet, right? So I'm not going to use a Jet of my own yet. We wouldn't have done it if he had crit, I suppose. But I don't think my Jet would have killed him either. So, nice. Nice. And then I'm pretty sure we killed the Noivern as well, unless I, like, fucked up a speed creep or something. So Veluza, that Erik told me was bad, and I should trade it away, and he didn't know why I had it. Well, Erik, I had it because Viva la Venezuela. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My surname is Lopez, Erik. You know, I've got to represent for my Venezuela, the countries that my ancestors colonized. Let's move on. Let's not don't overthink things, otherwise Nico will be here telling me about my ancestors, and I don't want to know about them. This isn't political. This is Pokemon. GG to Lars. Super fun game. I'm so happy that Rotom popped off. I'm so happy that Veluza popped off. Poor Lucario would have done something in there as well if I hadn't favoured the Veluza, but I wanted to make a point to Erik and get a Veluza thumbnail, so no regrets. Yeah, GG to Lars. Really, really fun game. His draft is scary. He'll do well. He always does well. He's a very good player. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.